Oblivion Express is the map where we have to destroy trains. They come in from the west, mainly along 2 tracks, and we have to destroy 9 of them to win the game. If we miss more than 1 train on brutal difficulty, we lose the game. Void rifts spawn every 90 seconds, starting from 220. They continuously spawn units until destroyed. Void reanimators revive fallen enemies. Storm clouds move across the map and damage and slow your things inside them.
As usual for Fenix, either P2 or, non-P2 with Myth, Carrier, or whatever.
Stuff like that. You do want the second
you try to keep up with Rifts, you try to keep up with Reanimators.
Yes.
Fenix is very much going to be blunt instrumenting this, and I mean, you could probably do your job and help, but you're definitely not carrying this one with Fenix. You're going to need, again, one of the actually really good here commanders. So yeah, I would say Fenix C tier, D tier kind of range.
What do you think, Baumanmarketing?
The same. I'm trying to think who is better, Fenix or Artanis, and each of them has advantages, but
they're same tierish.
But I think they are kinda same-ish. So I think that it can be Phoenix can even be worse. I mean, you have Caldalis, but the thing is, you can have air stuff coming, and you cannot be everywhere with Caldalis. And you have Rifts, you have Reanimators, so and you don't have a solar bombardment. So yeah, I think it could be even worse than Artanis.
Fenix is kind of like Artanis, but with less utility. Basically, Artanis is a really good support. Fenix is a bad carry, if that makes sense to anyone who understands that terminology.
It should be, I think, the D tier.
D tier?
Yeah.
Okay, both of you say D tier. Let's put Fenix in D tier. Hot and Horner, where do we have him?
Hot and Horner.
Yeah, Han and Horner.
Han and Horner has one thing good, and that's anti-rift thing. If you can survive until then. I mean, actually, even for the first rift, you have galleons, you have the mag mines, so you can kind of hold. But then there are other problems like reanimators and the mission objectives. Those are the problems.
Yes.
And So, because Blizzard make your stuff, a lot harder to use, and you need to rush your strike fighter platforms and the Scorch upgrade, the fusion core, so you have less resources there, so you cannot use any of Horner's units early game. So you just you have to use Helions or something, and then you forget hard enemy composition, then it can be problematic.
Yes.
So I don't know. Widow Mines, do they help against the animators? Not really. Right? How many Widow Mine shots? How many Widow Mine shots actually do you need to kill?
Too many.
Reanimator. Too many. Yeah. And if they kill something before, then they're all cooldown, so also not really good. So I don't know. I would put the Han and Honor in B tier just because they are good against rifts.
Okay. What do you think, Sticksbender?
Okay, so no, that's tiering too high. C tier is the one where you're doing equal contribution. Han and Honor is definitely not doing any level of carrying the game here. You are. Han and Horner is a very good support, and I'd put them in high C tier. One note for that, by the way, they are probably the only commander where I'd say you can have an easy time creating a Reanimator jail in pub queue, in random queue, because for most people, if you try to create a Reanimator jail, you're looking at creating a cage for your Reanimators in your base, wrapping buildings around them, and hoping your ally doesn't ever kill them. Hoping is the key term there. With Han and Horner, what you do is you get vision of the corner of the map, way off in the distance. Just below where the doors open up for the track, the middle track, on the high ground there, that's where the air units for the escort for that train spawn. So if you put mag mines up there, then they will blow up those air units over unpassable terrain. And now the Reanimators, any Reanimators that spawn on the left side of the map, are going to get stuck trying to revive those air units, but being unable to reach them.
Very
so you
cool.
actually can create a Reanimator jail that will make the Reanimators stop happening.
That's interesting. I never tried that.
Yeah,
So
it's
if
pretty
you
useful.
can nullify both Reanimators and Void Rifts, doesn't that make you essentially...
But I don't think. Okay.
The problem is you can nullify Void Rifts starting once you have all your Strike Fighter infrastructure, and likewise you can nullify Reanimators starting once the Reanimators have spawned enough Reanimators on the left side after you've killed air units there, which happens after the second train has already spawned.
I've never had issues with Void Rifts and Han and Horner. You can always have everything you need if you have a correct build.
Yeah. Basically, it's just the whole thing is going to be Reanimators and Void Rifts are both things that you'll be able to slowly turn them off over the course of the game. But early on, you're going to want to have an assault commander as your teammate, a carry commander. Like, well, I'll continue calling them assault commanders to not confuse them with people who are like actually trying to carry the game, like be the one who's winning everything and doing everything.
Okay.
You'll want to have a good assault commander who can be the guy who takes on the first trains and like first trickles in order to actually get the Void Reanimators and Void Rifts while you're setting up your support. And then once you are set up, you're still going to be like, you've got yourself set up to clear all the Void Rifts, great, and you've got yourself to hopefully jail the Void Reanimators if you have the technical knowledge to make that work, which, by the way, this is a bit of a demanding technical knowledge thing. So this is like, I'm sure there are some Han and Horner players out there who will be able to figure this out, but not all of them. Also, the enemy composition has to have air units in it.
Yes.
So it's a bit of a like, it's bonus points, but it's not a huge consideration because of that. I think Han and Horner can give a lot. They're kind of in a similar category to Artanis. They can give a lot of utility. They will need a frontal assault commander with them to like really work together with them and take on the actual running at the trains, pushing through the trickles, and especially defending the base, because Han and Horner literally don't even know what static defense is. Well, at least not static defense that shoots down.
So letter.
They have missile turrets. Missile turrets are good. I would put them in C, and I definitely am confident saying they can't go higher than C, but they also should be C. They are a good support.
Are you strongly opposed to C Baumarketing?
I don't know. I think that it is stronger than Artanis. Like you can kill all the rifts, and
Okay,
I mean,
but
Yeah.
if your job is to deal with Reanimators, like Hellions can do that pretty fast. And you also can support against mission objectives with you have the space station, you have the calling the fleet, so you're not totally useless there. And those Hellions, once they kill Reanimators, they can be of a help. So I think I don't know. I think
Reanimators, keep in mind, you don't know there's a Reanimator until the trickle starts reaching you.
yes.
And when the trickle starts reaching you, it's going to be in the form of like, oh, there's 2 Void Rays and a small hybrid.
Oh, the
Keep
mineral
in
line's
mind
gone.
that, yeah, and so like you're going to have to run your Hellions following the trickle, which is going to be shooting at your Hellions, which is going to include a lot of like likely air units that you can't even hit with the Hellions, and then you get to the Reanimator, who is not armored. So your Hellions they're fast to get to the Reanimator, and they can kill Reanimators, but you're looking at sending a decent chunk of Hellions who are not going to be coming home.
By the time they have air units, I think you have also all your strike fighters all your strike fighters are ready, so you can go into raids.
No, but your
with
strike fighters
strong
have to be
bombs.
focused on rifts.
Yes, the air strikers
You
have
don't
Yeah, but
rifts.
gas.
have
no,
enough strike
gas,
fighters to deal with both.
I'm talking about gas. So once you set up your all strike fighter, that's like 1,000 gas plus the upgrades, and then you can use horner units. So by the time the higher tier units are coming out from the rifts and also from the attack waves, I think you can have some horner units to like snipe the reanimators, maybe raids which are cloaked, or maybe even a battle cruiser.
That's a lot of gas.
It's a lot of gas.
Yeah, it is a lot of gas, but you don't use gas for anything else but horner units once you have your strike fighter set up. So,
Well, they kind of want
So much
upgrades probably at
gas.
some point, so that your Han units do any damage whatsoever.
I don't know. I think it's definitely higher than Artanis. So
I mean, it
don't
can
know,
be better than
B2C,
Artanis, but still high C, right? It can still be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
still saying
Maybe-
it's better
maybe
than
not-
Artanis, but it's not
maybe-
like massively better.
Not B tier. Okay. Let's say
Yeah.
maybe high C.
Better,
Okay.
but not a whole tier better. Like C plus.
I would also know. I think that if you're actually just having to kill reanimators, I think Artanis actually has a slight edge there because of observers.
Yes.
Because you could just set up observers and then you'll be able to find reanimators so much faster. Sometimes you can even spot them.
Okay, so we've decided that Han and Horner is better than Artanis, but not a whole tier better. So C tier, they go. Prestige wise, first one, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.